In this video, we'll be creating a gardening calendar, which you will find to be an essential key to a successful garden. Hello and welcome to another LifeOnOurHomestead.com gardening video. My name is John, and if this is your first time here and you want to learn how to grow a successful garden, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you don't miss anything. In past videos, we've created our gardening plot and our garden timeline plan. Now we need to create our garden calendar. We will also integrate our gardening journal into the calendar. The gardening journal is an often overlooked tool for gardening, which is unfortunate since it is an essential to a successful garden. It has been said that the dullest pencil is better than the sharpest mind. If you do not document how your garden performed, then it'll be hard to improve in following years. A key to a successful garden is constantly evaluating and improving your garden plan. If you do not document the timing of growth and harvest and document your first and last frost, then you'll be relying on your memory to make improvements year to year. What I have found to be successful is using a calendar not only to document what has happened, but also using it as a planning tool. We need to go to the computer for this, so let's get started. Here we are in Google Calendar, and I have turned off all my other calendars. The first step is identified via an appointment, which is my last spring frost and my first fall frost. From there, I have created appointments noting this 0 week, then counting back into March and marking forward into the growing season, each week getting a number. Now I need to put in appointments for every vegetable I plan on growing. So I will reference my gardening timeline we set up in the last video. If you did not watch that video, the link is in the description below and the info card above. The first item on my list is corn. I will put in an appointment to direct sow in the garden on my 0 week. Then I'll put in another appointment when I should expect to see my first leaves, and then another appointment when I should see the harvest. Now I will move on to my second item, tomatoes. I will mark in the calendar 4 weeks before last spring frost to start sowing from seeds. In 2 weeks, I will note germination should be done with another appointment. My next appointment is 2 weeks after the frost to note when to transplant, and the last appointment is when to expect to start seeing harvest. I will continue this for all the rest of my items, translating my timeline document to my calendar. Once I'm done, I can now use this calendar to remind me of key dates in the garden. If weather looks bad, I can always bump the appointment to better sowing or transplanting conditions in the garden. Because this is on the same platform as my work and family calendar, the dates will appear with my regular appointments during the week, keeping the garden in focus all year. Lastly, you can use this calendar as your gardening journal. The day you actually have your last spring frost, put that in as appointment, appended by the words actual. The same goes for when you actually transplanted or sowed in the garden. Mark the days with appointments when you actually had your harvest of your cabbage. It is easy from your computer or cell phone to put in these appointments in the garden calendar. Also mark when you first noticed squash bugs or powdery mildew or other issues, when you applied some treatment, and the dates when you noticed the issue was no longer present. All this information is valuable the following year when you are planning your garden. You can look back at these days to reference actual data versus seed packet or reference material data. Doing this over the seasons will help you become more successful in creating a unique growing plan suited to your garden. If you want to learn more about how to grow a successful garden, start now by hitting the subscribe icon so you don't miss anything. Thank you so much for watching. Now go enjoy your garden, and I will see you next time.